Hi there, it's day 333, and today's topic is if you give. This includes the inner belief that there is abundance. So be careful not to do the opposite. Now, I was thinking how to announce my topic today, and I choose to do it in a positive way. But unfortunately, we think in the opposite way, in the negative way. We always think that when we want something, we see that what we need is missing. So we always say, I can't afford this. And what we are creating and what we are declaring into the universe is that unfortunately I don't have it. So and there is also the quote that fake it until you make it, which is really suitable here. And the more your temporary conditions are not as you wish to, the more you have to believe that this could change. So always work to the future and don't make the comparing to I'm missing it now. It doesn't matter. You work and you believe that you will change this situation. So the more you fake and you more declare, yeah, this is possible, and I don't expect you, if it's about money, that you're suddenly spending money and give it away although you don't have it, but it's a different thing to say that you can't than just be silent and still make small movements that still announce to the world, I have enough. For example, if you if you take, let's say, we have here in Germany only 5 euro banknotes, but in the United States you have $1. So take 5 pieces of $1, have them and give them away to people in need. What you are declaring by this is that I have enough, otherwise you could not give. So in your subconscious mind, you will give the impression, well, to be able to give away, I must have. So your subconscious mind will work and think I'm in abundance. And there is abundance. If you see how much money is on earth, there is much enough. It's only that you're not experiencing it. So, and there are always people who have enough, even if you think, well, the situation, the economic situation is bad, we're in a recession or whatever, there are still always people who have enough. There was people who are more skilled and more valuable. So you have to change your position if you are thinking or you have not enough. And there are so many possibilities in today's time with the internet where you can, in your spare time, to improve your knowledge and just see the personal computer has entry in every work now. But from everybody, 90% don't know even the most necessary tools for using Windows, for example. So you could improve your skills in the weekends so that you improve the skills and then be of more value to your own company. Also, look for another job where you can use these skills. And if you are not the person who has who's keen for internet or computer, then there are so many other possibilities. I remember a story that was very interesting from, I think Brian Tracy said it, or was it Tony Robbins? I can't remember. And there was a lady, she was a secretary, and she was working really hard, 180 hours, in a month, and she couldn't afford many things, although she was working. But she was terrific in her job. So she was recommended to make a course where she could teach how to be a professional, very good secretary. So she prepared within 2 weeks a course with some papers where you could show something. I don't know if it was a presentation in PowerPoint for whatever. And then she went to all these companies that were in their in this building where she was working, and she offered her service in the weekends for $250 to teach their secretaries how to become a professional secretary doing everything good. So they paid cheerfully, with no hesitating, to teach those secretaries. Within a year, she made a turnaround from $250,000. So everything is possible. It's just we have to step outside and look farther away. It was talking about yesterday that too often we're looking for a solution, and after the first impression that we haven't found the solution, we give up. And there's another one thing I want to say. I can't remember. I think it was Brian Tracy. Yeah, that said one of his best ideas was, when you have something, trying to find a solution for something, sit down and write until you have 20 solutions. Normally, after 5, you give up and you can't remember and come up with something. But try to find, even if it's not the same day, and try to look for them the day after, and also talk with others. Sometimes it's the 20th response, and that brings you the solution. And what is also good is that this has a very huge impact on your whole life, because while doing this, always when you have something that matters, you know that first of all, you will look farther, not give up for the first time. Then you will find out that there's always more than one solution. It's just that doesn't come up this moment. So in the future you will have an answer. And this brings you to that you have more self-confidence, and you will find out that there's so much more inside you, and then you will not have problems overcoming difficulties, because well, it's just a question of time. And then you will look for so long so that you will also develop endurance. So there is a huge chain of different steps, improvements that you will do in your life, that will shift your whole life from one moment to the other, just because you were starting looking for solutions. And then so suddenly, challenge is not a question anymore for you, because you will find the answer, and then you can help also others. And it's always, by this you will improve yourself, and suddenly your whole life will change. Suddenly you have so much endurance, power, motivation to change your whole life. Suddenly you're finding, well, I don't like my job, I will now look for a new one. I don't like my friend, I look for a new one. I don't like my partner, I look for better communication, maybe to improve your relationships. There's so many things that you can work on. And to come back and to close here the idea that sometimes that you have, first to give before you receive. How many people in today's time are looking for a partner, but they don't have an idea what they are exactly looking for. And now there are people who have exactly, working on what is exactly that they want to, and then they're attracted. But there are many people who just think, I just have to think about it, and then it's happening. And I don't think that it works like this. You have to do, of course, something for it. Although there are also stories that sometimes people are, they're wishing for something, and then suddenly somebody is giving it to them. But still, they had made their thoughts. Even if you are just thinking for finding a new job, and you become aware of what is it exactly that you're looking for. Are you looking for a job in an office? Are you looking for a job where you are connecting with other people? How would be the definition of the best job for you? Then suddenly you see an announcement and you get this job. So this is not coincidence. It's that you have worked for it, and then suddenly your subconscious mind will bring you to read this announcement. So there are always signals around us. It's just we don't see them. It's like, I don't know how you call them, the things that the horses have to not be afraid in the road. So we are only looking straight on, never see on the left and right side, because we are too restrained to what we have in mind, and instead of being open. And to close this up now, this is the last thing. It's so important to be flexible, because if I say, for example, to myself, well, for the moment, this is the temporary idea that I have, but I'm open to change it tomorrow, then if the better idea comes up, there's no there's no disturbing in your feeling, because yesterday you were thinking different manner. And it's so important also to be open for this. So by being open and knowing that tomorrow you can take another path, you're giving to your subconscious mind the idea, well, it's okay to be different and to change my opinion. And then you give your confirmation that this is okay. So there's coming a feeling of also giving confirmation to changing your opinion, which is not something that we are used to in our daily life. And then suddenly, you will see that the whole life will change, just because you are starting doing this list of 20 items. So look, where is something that you can improve and change? Where is something where you have to give more effort to improve yourself? And where is maybe something, sometimes things where you give too much? So people will, always look to improve, to profit from you, but then you are giving too much of your energy away. So maybe you have to step back a little bit instead of giving, gas in, how we say here in Germany, from your car. So, look carefully what it is, and don't hesitate to do the next step. And don't forget to stay tuned till tomorrow. Bye bye.